Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Busise Lesho. I'm an international accredited money coach, a money consciousness teacher, and an energy healer. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. So today we're talking about the new moon. It's new moon, yay! Favorite time for me. It's a time to begin. It's time to start afresh. Time to put your intentions out there. Time to set your manifestation, because by the time full moon comes, you are literally getting your things happening. So thank you so much for joining me. So we're having our new moon today in Capricorn. It's January 2021. So this is such, I think, a special new moon, because we have had January 1st, which was the start, but guess what? This is actually our starting day. This is actually the start of our 2021, the first moon in the year, the first new moon in the year. So what does it have for us? Number one, I'm just going to start with the so not great things. Don't know why I should do that today, but I'm just going to start with the so not great things, and then I'll tell you all the good news. So the not so great things is that you might feel irritated, you might feel frustrated, you might feel like you're pushing against a stone wall. Do not worry. That is because you need to, number one, take stock of the past year. 2020 was a challenging year, and it wasn't just all bad. There were good things that happened to us. There were also those horrible stuff that happened to us. 2020 was just that year that slack was like extra in all ways. So there's a lot that happened in our lives, positive and negative. So this new moon is asking us to take stock. It's asking us to sit down and say, what has happened? It's time to sit down and look at the journey that you've traveled. Journey that you've traveled in your life. If you're 38 years, look at the past 38 years. How have you grown? What challenges have you been through? What victories have you been through? But then again, in the past year, look into the past year. How have you grown? What challenges happened in your life that changed your life? Think back January 2020. What was happening in your life? I mean, for me, January 2020 was, I could feel that something was about to happen. And I could feel that something is about to give. And I didn't know what it was. And guess what? I found out in 2020. And as I said, it was good and bad. The good was really good, the bad was really bad. So, but it was a year that changed a lot in my life, for good and for it. I guess all it's good. I mean, all of it at the end becomes great. So we need to sit down and say, January 2020, where was I? What was happening in my life? And I mean, it could be a very emotional thing, because so many of us, our lives changed in 2020. We lost people we loved. We lost things we cherish. We gained amazing things. We gained things we never thought will ever happen in our lives. They happened in 2020. So it's been quite a year. And it's time for us to sit down and say, January 2020, what was happening? 12 months later, who am I? Because most of us, we really got a new life. We really got, 2020 took us back to the drawing board. And it could be that you were gaining or you were losing, but we were all back in that drawing board and understanding a little bit more who we are. You might have started a new business. You might have lost a business. You might have started a new job. You might have lost a job. All of us had to go back and say, who am I? Now that I've got this, who am I? Now that I don't have this, who am I? Other people lost their kids. Other people lost their parents. Other people lost... You have to go back and say, who am I without this person? Who am I with this? Who am I without this? So really, this new moon is asking us for, it's comforting us. It's just saying it's all well. It's all well. It's all well with my soul. And what is that I have become? Who am I now? Some of us had to make decisions that we never thought we would have to make. Some of us have to, I know a lot of my clients resigned, and they were never, when January 2020 started, they didn't think they would have to resign, and so much happened, so much. Okay. So yeah, it's time for us to do that, and do that moment. 2020 is gone. What now? Another thing that is gonna happen this January, from now until the next new moon in Feb, is that we're also gonna have shocking stuff. Shocking news, shocking information, shocking things happen in our lives. I don't mean it in a bad way. It could be shockingly good, or maybe shockingly so not great. But we're gonna have those kind of oh my goodness, I didn't think this was gonna happen. And it's gonna be those kind of stuff that changes your life again. Like you'll be like, oh my goodness, I thought this was it, but then why? Why is this here again? So. But the thing is, the Spirit is saying through that, the Capricorn idea is one that climbs up in the mountains, and it just finds its way through everything and through the steeps, and it's just the Capricorn character is so good at functioning under those circumstances. So when you're getting the shock, Spirit says you are not alone. Spirit says you're going to be able to handle it. Spirit says you're good for it. Spirit says you're going to be fine with it. So when you do get shocking stuff happening this current 30 days, know that it's good. When you get shocking stuff, know that you can handle it. Do not let it overtake you. Do not let it consume you. Okay, done with the stuff that's crazy. Now let's get to the stuff that's good. So one thing is that the Capricorn energy is energy of ambition, practicality, hardworking. So you might feel right now that you feel like putting your life in order. You feel like getting your things done, and it's good time for planning. And if you plan now for the next 6 months, your things are gonna go great. So plan the first 6 months of the year. The Capricorn energy is saying be practical, be ambitious, and be hardworking. So go out there and procrastinating right now, you might not feel any procrastinating energy. But if you do feel like you're not moving or you are stuck, so that might tell you that you have some shadow work that you need to do. So as much as the irritation and frustration, the irritation, the frustration, and the if you get to feel like you need to procrastinate on things, it is your shadow work that needs to be dealt with. So shadow work is the part of us that is stuck. So we've got a yin yang. We've got the positive and the negative in us. That's why we are able to be amazing, because we've got both. So sometimes we try to run from this bad stuff, and then the bad stuff actually then traumatizes us and sort of catch up with us. But when you take care of your dark side, you actually gain so much. So when you're feeling irritation, there is something in your life that in your dark side you're not looking at. If you're feeling irritated, there's something in your dark side that you're not looking at. If you're feeling like you're procrastinating, it's your shadow side, because that's what Capricorn does. It always comes through to light up. It gives you that blind spot view. So you are at a good time to look at your blind spot. And I mean, if you don't understand what shadow work is, and I mean, there isn't enough time for me to explain that here. I've got a course for a 7-day course where it's called an alignment course. It will help you to be able to cut cords, which is good for the January period. It will help you to work with your shadow, which is very good when you're feeling irritation or you're feeling procrastination. And it's going to help you to deal with those things that need you to have extra strength and extra power, where you need to call on your angels and your guides to work with you, because this is something that you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get this done? Your angels and your guides are here. They are saying, call on us. We are here to make sure that you get it done. We are here to make sure that it happens. So make sure that you connect with them. Make sure that you involve them in the process of getting these things that you want. So, and oh my goodness, my phone. So it is time to do the planning. So, but also Capricorn allows you to have a plan B. So you must have your plan. You say the next 6 months, this is what I want. This is what I want to achieve. But have a plan B. Say if this doesn't work, I want to do this. If it doesn't work, I want to do this. So Capricorn is so structured and so proper and so like to detail that if things don't work out, this is what I will do. If this does not sit well, I will do this. If this doesn't come right, I'll do this. So have that plan A, plan B, and you will be okay. And hence I'm saying sometimes we put our trust in one thing and we really trust that thing, and when the thing sort of doesn't go our way, we get frustrated and then we start to create wrong energy. But when you always know that there's always something else, then you don't feel that frustration. Okay, so we are due for a renewal. So like I said, we are getting our first day of the year sort of type of vibe. So it's time to renew, it's time to reflect, it's time to say, what next? I've seen this has happened, this is now my new life. Now what next? Because all of us got a new life. All of us, that stuff happened and left us in a space where we have like brand new opportunities, we have brand new challenges, we have brand new stuff to deal with, we have brand new things to heal from. Yeah, like I feel like I've got brand new things to heal from, like brand new, totally brand new. So it is that time to say, okay, now what next? And don't worry about the fact that if the next doesn't work out, there's always gonna be something. So don't worry yourself if like you don't even see the next, like what, I don't even see what is the next. Don't worry, something always comes up. Okay, so and it's time to look at our maturity. It is very important to look at how far we have grown, how far we have matured. Maturity talks to things like, oh, I normally used to spend all of my money in December, but guess what? This January I actually have something. I normally used to drink like a crazy person, but well, this lockdown mean like, maybe it's just the lockdown. Maybe you actually made a decision that I will drink like a human being, that like normal. So look at your maturity, and if you don't see the things you've matured in, maybe just maybe you're not looking further in your life, like you probably maybe just judging yourself, but there must be some kind of maturity that you've went through in 2020. So acknowledge that maturity, because that is what's going to give you a step towards where you're going. So say maybe in the past year I've not been sitting on social media watching wrong things. I've actually been building myself up. Maybe in the past year I've not actually been wasting my time with gossip and stuff. I was actually spending time building myself up. I actually had time that I put aside to build myself up. Maybe this year I found myself fasting a little bit more. Maybe this year I found myself exercising a little bit more. Maybe this year I finally understood why I need to meditate. Maybe this year I found, look at the maturity, look at how matured you have been in the past year, because that is a stepping stone to the next level. Okay, and there could be things from the past that comes up. Like the past can come to sort of like, be like, hey, by the way, you've forgotten about me. So there might be things that come up from the past, and they are not coming up for in a bad way. They're just coming up to say, hey, by the way, now I'm fixed. I mean, I've had stuff come up in the past and I'm like, oh my God, this thing will drive me up the walls and I will do funny things. But then now it's here, it's the same thing that used to happen. But then look at me now. I don't even care about it. So things from the past might creep up. People from the past might creep up. Just watch yourself how you are handling these situations, because some of them will still irritate you. Some of them will be that moment where you're like, oh, wow, I've grown. Oh, wow, look at me handling this like a pro. So yes, it is that time. That energy allows us to do this. So now it's new moon, and we have things that we have in store for us for the year. We have things that God is telling us, this year you need to change your job, this year you need to change your career, this year you need to change your business, this year you need to change your partner, this year you need to change your body. The Lord has talked to me. I'm not sure if the Lord has talked to you yet, but the Lord has said stuff to me like, I mean, I normally eat right, but like there's another level, and I'm like, wow, I thought I was amazing in this thing of, there's another level. So, I mean, I thought I was like drinking like once in a while some champagne, but then there's another level apparently for me also. Wow. So, there is a lot that God is saying to us. So we need to then put it in paper. So that is where we put the intention. So God talks to us. God says, you must get the car, get the best one. You must get the house, get the best one. You must get the partner, get the best one. You must get this, get the, So those things are and sometimes we hear the voice and we're like, God, that's too big. That's too big. I'll write the other things, but that one I will make. That one is big. No. You have to put it on paper. So that's what we're doing this new moon. We're putting down all the things that God has said. If God said, change your eating, you're going to put there, I'm going to change my eating. If God said, get a summer body, you're going to put there, I'm going to get a summer body. If God said, get a new car, you're going to write there, get a new car. So we're going to write a list of things. And these things we knowing that God will lead us to the answers to these things before June this year. Before June this year, we shall be stepping into them. So put them down. God talked to you about those things. You know them. You know that list is in your head. And it's not one thing. So write them down. And you're going to take them and you're going to put them in your prayer space for 7 days. So from today until, I don't know how long is 7 days from today, but till that, you put it in your prayer area, and every day when you light a candle and you pray with that list. And you don't pray for that list to come true, you submit the list. So that's very important during this full moon. You do not ask for those things to come true. You submit the list. So you sort of like, oh, by the way, you said I should ask. This is what I'm asking. You're not saying, oh, God, please, I beg you, I need this. God, please. No, you just say, like, oh, God, this is the submission. It's only a submission. It's nothing extra than that, because you're not going to be the one who's about to make things happen. You're going to be led into this. You're going to be led into a fast. You're going to be led into eating less. Do not mess it up. That's what I'm saying. Do not mess it up. When God says don't eat this, don't eat it. When God says don't drink this, don't drink it. When God says do not be in the relationship, don't be in it. Hence, I'm saying you're not going to make it happen. God will tell you what to do. You just need to do that. Hence, you're submitting. You're not going to be begging. You're going to be submitting the list. So you're going to write those things. Like I'm saying, God is talking to all of us. You know the stuff, some stuff I don't even want to write it down, but like, yeah, it's quite important. I mean, like, yes. I can tell you one thing that I need to write on my list, and I'm like, why, God, why? I'm really judging myself for not wanting to write it down. So, but it needs to be written down. So I'm going to literally submit that list. Submission of the list. You're not going to be begging God for it. You're going to be submitting it. And then you're going to listen to God. When God says, don't do it, you don't do it. Do not mess up that part. When God says jump the relationship, you jump. When God says jump the food, you jump. When God says jump this friendship, you jump it. Yes. Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to put this list in your list down, put it in your altar for 7 days, and you do a prayer with a candle for the 7 days, for the next 7 days starting today. Okay. So, and then for today, then you take your cleansing bath. In the cleansing bath, you are grateful for the things you've written. You've written the list, you've submitted it, and then you are grateful for the things that I am not going to be eating like a pig anymore. I am not going to be doing this anymore. I am actually going to be doing that anymore. Now, I'm actually going to be having my car this year. I'm actually going to be having this year. So you do that. You are grateful for the list. You literally are grateful for the fact that God has told you to write that thing down. That's what you're grateful. You're grateful that the thing is on that paper. You're not begging. You're not doing nothing, you are grateful, and within this path, you are grateful that this thing is on that paper. Yay! So please, in the comment section, just name one thing that needs to be in that list and that you're not feeling like writing it, but you know it needs to be there. We all have that story. So in the comment section, do that for me. Tell me so that I can also be inspired to just write mine also. Like, yeah, I need that. So let's do that. Let's get this done. Let's get the new moon energy flowing with us. It's a beautiful new moon. We are supported. It's all about ambition. It's all about practicality and hard work. We can do this. We are supported. Thank you so much for tuning in. Click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell on the other side, and make sure that you're catching the next video. The next video is going to be about food. I've been wanting to post this video about food, but then I just keep forgetting. I actually wanted to edit it, so I've not gotten the time to edit it. I'm going to edit it and I'm going to load it up. It's going to be about food that helps you with your spiritual journey. So subscribe, put that notification bell so that when I've edited the video, you can see it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.